Hello.
Hello. Great to see you, Alex.
Lovely to see you, Jill. Hello to our wonderful audience out there. We are doing our first live transmission to you across Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So welcome, welcome. But we're going to be super respectful to your time. And the wonderful Jill and I are going to get straight into...
We can't not start with AI. I mean, what kind of retailers would we be?
Yeah.
This was really, really big news. And I have to say, I didn't think it was going to come so soon. But Shopify announced earlier this week that their 1 million merchants will now have access to be able to essentially turn live their checkout through ChatGPT. Now, they're launching with one item in a basket at a time. Etsy was their first launch, is already live this week. Etsy's stock shot up. It was already doing well. I think it was around 70. Now it's closer to 80. But now this is unleashed. Really, I mean, it's crazy. You're bifurcating going to the website now, right? You don't even have to go to the website to buy something anymore. It's kind of bananas when you think about it. So anyway, there's 1 million merchants, and there are some huge merchants on Shopify. And Harley did a whole Instagram and, X and all sorts of platforms to announce it. And it's gotten a ton of buzz, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Perplexity obviously were the first AI platform to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's fantastic. And it's obviously what customers want, to be able to shop from their feed rather than have to go out. So it'll be interesting to watch. And specifically from a data perspective, I'd be curious how much data the retailer gets. Obviously, you end up on the retailer's page.
Right.
Are they doing their product pages? Okay, coming into Prime season, Prime Day is back. And I think that statistically, this has shown that Christmas shopping, the golden quarter, has moved. And so following Amazon, as you would expect, Target has its big deal circle week full of deals and offers, as does Walmart. All roughly around the same, I think. Has it got I don't know.
They're all like October 7th and 8th. Yeah, they're coming up this next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So next week, people are going to be, hunkering down and getting their holiday season. And I think it's a good litmus test to see, how will this have an impact on Black Friday? How will this have an impact on Cyber Monday? And as a lot of initial data shows, that potentially we're in for a flat golden quarter rather than an increase. Hey, flat is better than a decrease. So if we maintain what we've got, I think that's great. But it's great to see that the big brands have come and aligned themselves to help the modern shopper.
Right. To bring, and I think a lot of it, and especially this year, it's just been it's almost like a ping pong match of like, do you bring things in earlier to help try to mitigate tariffs? Do you wait? Do you, it's just this constant battle of when. Yeah. And, by bringing some of the demand forward even more, because a lot of the items are already on shore and they're already here, does that then decrease the Q4 numbers? Because the deals are now, every year, for better or worse, I've been doing this more than 20 years. Every year, the holiday starts earlier and earlier.
Absolutely.
With the big three kind of coming out, and, Best Buy has some great sales. Like, there's obviously a lot of people trying to price match and create and capture that demand. Yeah. But what are they going to do if this is all the demand that they have? I was looking at a bunch of articles this week, and consumer demand really hasn't dipped yet. What it has done is people are trying to trade down a little bit. They're trying to trade into value, and they're trying to trade into, deals. So I think by bringing the deals earlier, we will bring some of the demand earlier. But at the end of the day, I think the overall pie, it's not going to get any smaller. I think it was Doug McMillon who said this, like, Christmas doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You might be spending a little bit less per person, but Christmas doesn't go away. The Jewish holidays don't go away. All of the family celebrations we do, they are all still there. People will still spend. It's a matter of what and how are they buying. And again, e-commerce will jump. So the question is the total number going to jump? Or our forecast, I think, comes out around November 5th or 6th from the NRF perspective.
Yeah.
We haven't had a flat perspective ever, so we'll see.
All right. Okay. I think it was MasterCard that signed. One of them said it was flat.
That's
Maybe I'm
all
wrong.
right.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, and look, they have a very broad swath, but they don't have the debits, right? They don't have all the debits, at least.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And staying with you,
We gotta throw some fun in here. All right, those Labubu dolls. If you haven't heard of it, you probably aren't on this podcast. Those little tiny cute gremlins, they are now launching, Mart, the owner, they are launching a Times Square, nowhere better to do this, Times Square store coming in 2026, where you can buy the physical items in store. I mean, it's insanely popular. I think I saw in that article it was a 10-year lease.
wow,
So
okay.
let's hope they have a follow-up product, because I don't know if Labubus are going to be a thing 10 years from now. Maybe
Yeah.
they will. Maybe they will.
They're expanding in the UK. So Popmart have expanded. There's like 4 flagship products. Labubu one of them. So they're going. And maybe, I don't know if it'll be in time for NRF, right? If they're opening in 2026, we can all go and have a look.
I know. We should talk about a collab, like an NRF Labubu, like a specialty product.
Yeah. Okay. So sticking with some positive news on what Walmart is doing on its own brands. And I think, again, when Walmart tends to do these things, we see a shift in not only consumer behavior, but people start to follow. And they've eliminated synthetic dyes across all private brand food products, which is such a welcome move by all parents or all shoppers who shop throughout the US, because we're all aware of these sort of ingredients that are in our products. But Walmart has sort of taken that a step further, and they have decided to eliminate 30 ingredients that, from sweeteners, fat substitutes, and I have to stress, in its own private brand foods. But I think this is a great sign of things to come.
Yeah, it's what they can control, right? So they're kind of moving the marker forward and putting the stake in the ground. I'm really interested to see if the colors change of any of the products. Like, are those bright red, yellow, and blue drinks, are they all going to be white now? Like, I'm really interested to see. Are they going to use beet dye? Like, are they substituting it? Is it? So I can't wait. So I'm a big grocery member at Walmart. So we can report back when it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, from just reading the article, as you can see, like there's a little bit of a color change, but not much.
Yeah.
But anyway, and maybe they go from synthetic dyes to natural dyes as well. And I think that's the big shift that allows you to still have a blue or red or a yellow drink, but it's more from natural ingredients as opposed to
the blueberry. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a fantastic one. And closing with you.
So Amazon, got to go back to them. This week, they announced that they are launching a new private label grocery brand. So they have a few out there. They have Happy Belly.
Yeah.
When they had Amazon Fresh. And then there's others, the 365 Whole Food brand, etc. They're launching one called Amazon Grocery. It's private label, of course, and it's aimed at price-conscious consumers. So most of the products are under $5.
Oh, wow.
From a quick look, it didn't seem like the typical, it's cheaper, but it's smaller portions. It didn't seem like a shrinkflation right out of the box. So under $5 is a pretty great deal. They have a lot of these stores now in cities, but of course, they always push the online grocery delivery. You get free delivery if it's over a certain amount and you're a Prime member. So again, just the flywheel of their ecosystem is big.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 minutes left. What was interesting in the UK, they closed their Amazon Go stores, and some of them are changing to Whole Foods. But in my mind, Amazon have been the masters of being able to. Both of our phones have gone off during the show. We're only on a live, right? We never have our phones go off, and only on a live will the phone go off. But anyway, what was interesting is they said, and I think they are the masters of experimentation, and so nothing happens without. So in my mind, they've been trying the different shopping missions for Amazon Go. They've noticed that food potentially doesn't lean itself, but in airports, in other convenience plays, it lends itself. But they are still in grocery. There are still things to come, I feel, and I feel what you're describing in the US is a great example of that.
I don't think they've nailed it. I mean, last September, they launched one, I think it was called Amazon Savor. It's focused on value again, but it didn't really, I just didn't see a lot of selection. So, the groceries business for Amazon has been a little bit of a trial and error. But look, they can try, they can fail, and they as long as they fail fast and come up with something,
Yeah.
to replace that, it's a great test to kind of watch and see. But that was the big announcement this week from them. And it's not just food. I should have said it's all their private labels. So paper towels, toilet paper, really all household goods, detergents, things like that. So really both big announcements from the two giants in the US this week.
Look, listen, and I think as the press release said, I think on Walmart's press release, they're listening to their customers, which is exactly what the customer wants. And they're adapting to the new pressures from the market, which, again, I think, sensible. They're setting the standard, and hopefully the industry will listen and then sort of follow pace. Jill, thank you so much. We've done it in record time. It's been really good, and it's our first live, so apologies for the first hiccup, but we'll be back.
So fun. Thank you, Alex. And to all of you who tuned in, thank you. We appreciate you. And let us know if you have ideas for topics or things you want to see covered.
That's brilliant. Until next week, or until in a couple of weeks' time.
We need a break.